Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is an SU-14-2, the Tier 8 Soviet SPG. It's located on the south spawn of Ghost Town and it's under the command of Wasp-69. Battle started. Well, he's armed with a 203mm B4 howitzer and he can do alpha damage of 1050 and penetrate 52mm of armour. He's loading at the moment, but he's got quite a long reload, I'm afraid. It's 35 seconds. And, well, he's looking for a target over on the west side of the map. Normally somebody turns up. A few more seconds to go and he'll be ready to fire. Let's have a quick look round. I think he's decided he wants to move to a new firing position. We should be spotting the enemy any second. This thing's very, very slow because it's actually based on the T-35 heavy tank, which is actually a very, very poor heavy tank. David Fletcher described it's got all the wrong dimensions. It's too wide, too long, and therefore obviously it's very, very slow to move about. The SU-14-2 was actually designed during the war as sort of like a casement around an SU-14-1, which had a radio as well, which meant that obviously it could communicate with its headquarters and on new targets to fire at. And there's actually one of these at the Soviet, or I should say the Russian Tank Museum at Kubinka. Well, he's fired a round in there at an AMX CDC and he got a direct hit straight away. And the CDC's got very thin armour, so he might have actually penetrated that tank. Now he's changing position, which is a wise thing to do. There is an enemy Arty, it's an M40, M43. He doesn't really want to let that guy find out exactly where he is. And well, he's moving quite a way forward. This is not what you normally see from an SU-14-2 driver, but yep, he's playing it quite aggressively. And I think the reason he's doing that obviously is because in Ghost Town there is a lot of buildings in the way that prevent you from actually shooting at the enemy. So it does actually pay to change position. Now he's got a target there. It's a Progetto 46, very light armour, round out. And good shot, but the Progetto just pulled back in time to avoid the round. If he hadn't, I'm pretty sure he would have penetrated him. Now he has knocked down that tree. I'm not so sure that will be spotted by the enemy. I don't think it's an area that the enemy M40, M43 is going to be looking, but even so he's actually changed position to avoid any damage. He's getting close to the edge of the map. And he's found a new firing position. Okay, he's looking over in that corner again, and now he's got a KV-4. He's loaded, ready to go, but he just needs to dial in. It's going to be another 3 or 4 seconds. Almost ready. And that KV-4, well, he might be able to take him out of the battle with one shot if he could get a penetration, but unfortunately the KV-4 pulls into cover before he can shoot. Now he's gone to overhead view because that sometimes makes it easier to work out exactly where to put the shell. And he got a direct hit on the target. We don't know which target it was. It could have been a Progetto, it could have been the KV-4. But whatever it was, he did get a direct hit because there was no explosion from the shell. I suspect it was the KV-4 actually, because the Progetto was seen back close to the corner. Okay, we've got a couple of targets over on the far east side of the map. An LHMTV. I keep thinking of Dire Straits every time I see one of them. And he got a direct hit. And he's killed him! He set fire to him! He killed that British light tank by setting fire to him. He must have done a huge amount of damage with his first shot. And then it must have set him alight and he went up. So massive number of hit points there. And that Progetto keeps poking around that corner. We still haven't seen that KV-4. Oh, now we have. And he's lost virtually all of his hit points and he's now gone. Rounds out on the AMX-65 ton. Direct hit for 407. A good hit. A solid hit. It's made him a one shot for sure. And he's gone. So he gave him somebody an easy kill there and has picked up the stun assist. Okay, looking over onto the east side of the map, and we've got a Scorpion G and a Progetto there now. Both of those tanks are capable of being penetrated. They've got thin armour. Only seconds away from being loaded. Go for the Scorpion G. Rounds out on the, well, both of them actually. And he got a direct hit. And I think he hit the Progetto because the shell actually veered slightly to one side. And it moved towards the Progetto, not the Scorpion. Now, the enemy team has more than one Progetto. They've got 3 of them and 2 Scorpion Gs. They've also got 2 Wizzy 1201 FTs, which is quite disturbing. It is a tier 8 game, all tier 8 tanks, but it means the enemy does have a substantial number of premiums, and this may be because some of these tanks have been sold in the premium shop recently during the tank festival. Rounds out on the Progetto. Oh, what a shot! A leading shot. He actually led him by enough distance to hit the Progetto on the move. That Progetto driver is going to be very upset. And there's the other one. He's weaving as he makes his way back. Okay, we've got a Wizzy 1201 FT up on the heights and another one down below the cap. Now, these tank destroyers are really dangerous. If you've seen some of my videos showing the Wizzy 120s, you'll know that these tank destroyers are very efficient and can earn a lot of credits. Rounds out. Oh, and the Wizzy 120 changes course just at the last moment. And I saw a tracer. The enemy M40 is only a few meters away from where that Wizzy 120 was. There was definitely a tracer from that position. So we know where the enemy Arty is now. He's over in that corner near that bush. That's it. Just around about there. That's where he was located, the enemy Arty. Wizzy 120's gone down. Unfortunately, he's not focusing on that corner. He's gone back to looking for that Wizzy 120. There's the Scorpion. He's gone. There's only 4 left on the enemy team. Yes, he's definitely going for the Wizzy 1201 FT. There he is. Here's a one shot. Rounds out. And he's killed before the shell arrives. Only 3 left on the enemy team now, including that AMX CDC that he fired at earlier in the game. And he's killed. So there's only 2 left on the enemy team, a Scorpion G, and there's the M40. Yes, he was near that bush, just as I predicted he was. And he's gone down, so there's only the Scorpion G left on the enemy team. Now, suspicion is that he's somewhere over on the east side of the map. The others are indicating grid square A0 or right down in the south. The Ferdinand's moving in on the south. We're trying to get closer so we can get a shot. If he is in the south, okay, we're loaded. We'll get one shot at him. That was the one we fired at and we hit the Progetto, not the Scorpion. He's fully dialed in on that spot. If the Scorpion pokes out to take a round at the Ferdinand... Oh, there he is! He's been spotted between the ships. Dialing in, and before we can shoot, he's killed. So 2 kills for Wasp 69. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. It's a first class tanker for Wasp 69 in the SU-14-2. He did get nastiness because he set fire to that LHMTV before it blew up, and he got a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 12 in total. He managed to pick up 3 epic medals from that game. A Gore's medal for doing more damage exceeding 10 times the hit points of his own vehicle. A high caliber for dealing the most damage in the battle. And a Confederate for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on his team. And his win 8 for the game was 5,605 in total. So very, very good indeed. Let's have a look at the team score. There you go, highest damage, 3,939 hit points. Next highest score was the Progetto 46 on his team with 2,818. And then we have to look at the other side, which is the M40, M43, he got 2,141. When it came to kills though, it was the Progetto 46 who did the best with 4 kills. And then the Scorpion G with 3. And then there's a bunch of tanks with 2 kills, including WASP 69. But when it came to base XP, he got the highest, 1,032. 931 goes to the Progetto 46, and 857 goes to the AMX 50-100. He fired 10 rounds, got 5 direct hits, 2 penetrations, 8 splash. Damage of 3,939 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. Let's have a look at to see which ones did he penetrate. Well, I think he penetrated the LHMTV. Yes, he did. 1,050 hit points from one shot. And out of the other ones, he penetrated. Let's have a look. Yes, he penetrated the AMX CDC. That tank he hit right near the beginning of the battle. 1,009 hit points off him. I said they have very thin armor. And if you hit a CDC with a big 203mm round, it's more than likely going to go straight through and do a lot of damage to them. So they make very good targets for Arty. 8 enemy vehicles damaged, 2 killed, and 162 hit points of stun assist off 9 stuns. On the credit side, he earned 34,110 credits. He got 7 bonds for getting the medals, and he also picked up 1,548 XP altogether. So a very nice little round there from WASP 69 in the SU-14-2. He does seem to like this, Arty. He did get an ace tanker in his last replay, if you saw that one. And so, yes, he certainly is doing rather well with this bit of machinery. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel and hit that notification button. We will have more videos available. We have 4 a day, normally about 4 a day. And so do stay tuned because it might be a tank, it might be an Arty, you never know.